was the next favorite after High Tide. Yeah. All right, we'll jam Jeskai. We don't have any meme decks yet, VT Monster, unfortunately, but yeah, this is definitely a keep. Got lands, got interaction, have a creature. There are a few other people with memes, Xavron, but you definitely have some for sure. Nice. It's a good turn 1 land to play. Yeah, Vannifar has definitely made some reasonably large splashes in Canlander. Players sort of built a bug value pod deck because with the addition of Vannifar, they felt that the second pod effect was strong enough to put a value pod deck together, and then also just regular 4-color pod definitely values having Vannifar as well. Is there a deck with Charbelcher? For a while, Academy decks like were playing many different combos and not Paradox Engine, and so they played a lot of 2-card combos like Charbelcher, Mana Severance, Painter Grindstone, things like that. They just play a lot of draw 7s and try to draw their way into 2 pieces of a combo. Do I think Fragmentize is playable in the meta? It depends on your meta. I usually try to play more versatile answers if I can, so something like Unexpectedly Absent I would play before it, but definitely other people have chosen to play Fragmentize and had success with it. Like I know Adam Thorne, the in my opinion the best Death and Taxes deck builder and pilot locally, has had some success playing Fragmentize. So keep in mind, Quavois, that if you untap with it in Highlander, you're likely winning the game. And also in Highlander, a lot of the removal is damage based and doesn't deal 4 damage. So it dodges a lot of the removal in Standard, whereas in Highlander, whereas in Standard you're dealing with a lot of cast downs, Vrask's Contempts, just unconditional removal. Mortify, another thing along the same lines. This Phyrexian Arena might end up burying us here. Not too worried about the damage from Vampire Nighthawk because Soulfire Grandmaster will be able to offset it perfectly. So, oh, it does dodge cast down. You're right, but I liked Forsake the Worldly as well when I played it. Do I have any lists running opposition? Yeah, both Ben and I are basically the only ones who play it regularly, and I feel have an adequate respect for the card. No, Cabal Coffers we did not want to see. All right, that needs to get countered. There are some other people who play it, but probably not as many as there should be. I don't have a list running it on MTGO, no, but I do play it a lot in paper. Typically green decks end up playing it, so you can play it in like blue green. You can play it in Bant. Haha! Joke's on you, opponent. We have only lands in hand. Yeah, I think Nelson was playing Ben's blue-green list when he played it on stream. Are there any decks out there playing Earthcraft Squirrel Nest? I think you should play it in Enchantress, but not every Enchantress deck will play it. But I think it is correct to do so. Yeah, our opponent forgot we were never lucky, so they sacrificed their creature to slightly upgrade their creature. This does look a lot like my blacklist, though. It's cool to see other people playing lists that you created or helped create at least. We might be able to ambush a creature with Torrential Gale next turn, which would be nice. Although we might need to save it for a counter spell again. Oh, nuts. I forgot to cycle the Irrigated Farmland. That was a mistake. Just looked down, saw lands, and forgot that I had planned to cycle that. Yeah, that deck was sweet. I actually think that might be what we're playing against here. That looks similar for sure. Is another battle by proxy going to happen? I'd be surprised if it didn't. It's not on the books yet, but yeah, as I say, I'd be a little surprised if we didn't do another one. I think it was a pretty large success. Yeah, that deck is a lot of fun. Do I like Presence of Gond in that deck? Not really. You don't have very many creatures to put it on. That's the creature enchantment, right? The tap to make an elf. Is it on a land or a creature? Oops. Yeah, or a... No, I don't really like that one in Enchantress. You don't have enough creatures to reliably turn it on. A little surprised they didn't suit up the Mindbender with the Batterskull and crash on in. Ooh, that's a nice one. Don't know if we're ever going to be able to tag the Batterskull, though. Yeah, Kyle, Jeskai. We've been getting bodied with Jeskai today, though. Has not been going our way. Corpocracy, thanks for the follow. Did you go to Showdown today, Kyle? I should have cycled in response there. Should have cycled in response. Vraska's Contempt. No, thank you. We need something like a Swords to Plowshares so we can start buying back with Soulfire Grandmaster. Or a Recall. I'd accept a Recall. This is a weird attack, but I'm gonna make the block. What do you got? Moment of Craving. Woof. Should have cycled in response to that too. Tilt. It is the third time they've cast Obliterator. They have a Boras Stronghold in play, which allows them to put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Oh no. Alright, so we can Spellseeker for recall. We can't buy it back with Soulfire Grandmaster yet, but if there's anything that's getting us out of this, it's Ancestral Recall. I think we were past the point of getting like Swords to Plowshares or something. We need second red source in play, so I'm gonna put that into play. I'm gonna buff this thing now. Yeah, this Phyrexian Arena has just buried us in cards this game. It's a funny story. In a match I wasn't playing in, but sitting next to you, there was a local Blue Moon player who's kind of a ham sandwich. And they were playing against a mono black player who had Obliterator in play. They let it resolve, and then had the new Ral. Holy Jesus! All right, excuse me while I concede. And they had the new Ral Izzet Viceroy in play, with maybe 30 instants or sorceries in their graveyard, and down ticked on their opponent's Phyrexian Obliterator. Yeah, they thought it was like a Phyrexian Negator that their opponent had to sack the permanent, so their opponent just like quickly was like, yep, put my Phyrexian Obliterator into the graveyard. You sacrifice how many permanents? 27? And then, yeah, it was the old reading the card explains the card scenario. We've been getting moxed on a lot today. Oofa doofa. I'm going to keep this with a probe and a spell snare. Time Walk plus Soulfire Grandmaster, a reasonable combo finish. I don't think you should build a deck around it, but it was Connor Hal. I don't think you should build a deck around Soulfire plus Time Walk, but I think it's reasonable to include in the same deck. Sadly, we must bottom the old mentor. All right, dealer one time. Carissa Portal, Necro, Swamp, Tetsamok, Toxic Deluge. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this is the list that I shipped Graham. Those are some oddball choices that not many people I don't think are capable of making that I make on the regs. So awesome, Defiled Soul. Thanks for hanging out. Really want land. Never lucky. Had 3 shots at a land. That's all I needed. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna spell snare this. Guess we'll keep up the cards we know. All right. We're back in business. Never didn't have it. Always lucky. Exaveron. One of the main reasons I was drawn to EDH and then to Canlander is that I enjoy interesting deck building restraints. To that end, I think I'm gonna see if I can put a deck together for one ticket minus basics. That's gonna be tricky, I think, but I'm just gonna ice. No, I don't want to fire. I'm kidding. I didn't mean it. Ice this swamp. Draw more cards. So we definitely can't let Necro or Portal resolve. So we will continue to not tap out. Yeah, and if anyone's just followed me for the first time today, I do have a schedule that I'm attempting to stick to if you're enjoying the Canlander content. It'll be mostly Canlander, though I will play some standard on Arena, some singleton on Arena. But yeah, there's a schedule down there somewhere, as well as some useful Canlander links if you're interested in those types of things as well. Alright, so they missed on their land. So I'm going to jam the Spellseeker for recall. I think that's worth giving up the Necropotence. Hopefully we can apply enough pressure to them to eventually to the point where they run out. Grav Bomb, thanks for following. Ancient Tomb. This is probably Portal. Yeah. Little unfortunate, but I think we're in a better spot to deal with it this game than the last. Ooh, nice. Got red mana now. Get our beatdowns on. So we know they have Toxic Deluge, Tetzamok, and Necro in their hand. Yeah, Recall is definitely a nice one. This is probably the point at which they're realizing they can only Tetzamok on their turn. Yep. No, you cannot, Max. That's exactly what our opponent just realized as well. I will vote for Carnage. Didn't win. Never lucky. I definitely trade my Spellseeker for their Coercive Portal. And so they do something I care about. Is this something I care about? Not really. That is fine. Then we're going to click them and step. And just plan to trade click with Nighthawk. They have Mind Twist, Drain Life, Necro, Tetzamok, Deluge. Goodbye, Mind Twist. That can go die in a fire. So I don't think I want to attack with click. Just plan on blocking. And we will pass. Might have been an argument for playing Soulfire there, but I think I'm still going to wait on it for now. first thought is to play mono green, you should talk to Hal. They have a so far undefeated against me mono green aggro list. Skier forever. Thanks for following the channel. That Knight's deck was sick, Exaveron. And Knight Exemplar is such a house. Like, that card was a serious problem. I think that'll work, Hal, because Exaveron's mentioning they're trying to build a deck for under 1 ticket. So they're trying to go even more budget than you are. Toxic Deluge for 1. Electrolyze for 2. Oh. Is there a functional Vannifar deck in Standard right now? Yeah, Cam, I actually have one in my Stream Decker. It's called Bant Pod. I've been having reasonable success with it on the ladder up through Platinum and Diamond. Do I want to counter Sign in Blood? I think I'm gonna negate it. That's a good point, Exaver, on that too. I tried Teamer with Vannifar, but I think it's pretty weak against a lot of the control decks that are running around right now. Do you know what's good against Coercive Portal? Consecrated Sphinx. I think Sultai is a reasonable point, but I've been really happy with Militia Bugler in the deck as a card advantage engine, and Tristani's been great as well. Who's drawing cards now, opponent? Dirty Luck says, I've been slowly building my first Highlander deck, green-white midrange / aggro, and during a Chaos draft with some friends, I opened a Wooded Foothills, a Council's Judgment, and a Solemn Recruit. That's awesome. Those cards all get in there. Yeah, Bugler is real nice in that deck. And now is not the time for Necropotence, I don't think, opponent. I mean, it might be their best play, but I'm not nearly as scared of it as I was before. Yeah, I've been super happy with the white 3-drops. Like, getting Knight of Autumn and Deputy is both pretty important to me. I must discard cards. Oh no. It appears as though I have too many cards at hand. Yeah, Cam, took out Leon Regard can be a rough one for that deck. But you do still have the backup plan of just like real big Krasis. Maybe that's a reason to be black instead of white. Gifted Aetherborn. That can resolve. See you, Caracas. Thanks for hanging out. You're not gonna miss too much more. I'm only gonna play 1 or 2 more matches after this one, I think. So. UFO. I actually don't think Sultai is the best deck right now. It's the most played deck at the Pro Tour, but the Pro Tour meta is always slightly different than usual. We will drain this nice tasty 5-drop. Fire off a Fact or Fiction here. Really wanted burn spells there. A little unfortunate. Maybe I should have just birded. Caw-caw. Yeah, mana draining does feel quite good. I'll take the 4 cards. I will cast Impulse. Probably should have cast Brawl first, but this is the world in which we live now. Should cast Brawl or Pyromancer first. Didn't I tap blue mana? Oh, I didn't need to tap red mana. I see. I have all this colorless just sitting here, waiting to be used. Still holding up double counter here. Thanks for hanging, Benzel. Thanks for the games. They're necroing. This is not the time to necro. You only get the cards on your turn. You only get the cards on your turn. Oh no. Unless they're just planning to go out in a blaze of necro. Consecrated Sphinx is such a messed up Magic card. It's a sweet avatar from our opponent. This one looks dope. I like it. Yeah, it appears our opponent is new to Necropotence. They can Dark Petition with the Save and Mind sensor in play. That is alright. Am I much of a limited player? Do I ever draft? I enjoy drafting. I used to draft a lot when I worked at Yellow Jacket. I drafted 3 or 4 times a week. I haven't really drafted in paper since then, but I play on Arena sometimes. I'd say I'm probably a slightly above average limited player, but constructed is definitely home for me. Like, I think I'm a better constructed player than limited player, but I've top 8'd a couple limited PTQs in my day. This is a great hand. I think we want Tundra since this one is only going to get us red. Likely red-blue, but you never know. Have I ever played in a Pro Tour? No, I have not. I've been close a couple times, but never quite got there. Nice, the Tunneling Cat, that's awesome. Ooh, they had the Urborg Cabal Coffers combination. Dread Shade. Why was my Bloodstain... Did anyone else see that my Bloodstained Mire was a Thought-Knot Seer for a second? Am I crazy? Did anyone else see that? Someone else please tell me they saw that. I need to pretend I'm not crazy. Alright, good. At least someone else saw it. Land, then Snapcaster Mage. I think I don't want Snapcaster, which is probably not going to matter because I'm just going to fetch anyways. But Eldrazi are just in the Zendikar lands. Oh, that's a Khan's land. Never mind. Just kidding. One thing I do like in paper is that you can like shortcut and be like, I'm gonna fetch and cast this Spellseeker, so I'm gonna get a Plateau and an Ancestral Recall at the same time. And your opponent's just like, that sucks, but yeah, that's fine. You never want your opponent to get Ancestral Recall, but sometimes that is the way of things. The stack is the Blind Eternities. Obliterator. Man. Should have got Swords to Plowshares, apparently. We are drawing 8 cards over the course of the next 2 turns, however, so perhaps we will be fine. Knew I shouldn't have played that land. So we're going to take Wasteland and blow up this Cabal Coffers to stop their ridiculous mana output, but we still don't have a great answer to this Obliterator. How viable is Soggy Pickles? You mean the Brine Elemental deck? I would say not viable. Thought Knot Seer is your favorite card? It's very good, but it's definitely not my favorite. I can respect the choice, but certainly not my favorite. All right, Hal, just to give you a heads up, I don't think we're going to be able to, I'm going to have time to fit you in on this stream, but I'm going to keep you in on the list so that I know you missed out this time, and I'll bump you up next time if it looks like you might miss out again. So I'll make sure to get you in next time, is what I'm trying to say. Just want to say thanks for the YouTube vids. Haven't caught your stream before. Love the content, love the format. Thank you so much, Mark Nutt. Appreciated. All right, drawing more threes. Target me. Removal spell, please. Man. Just can't buy a removal spell over here. Draw step. Soulfire Grandmaster. Also not a removal spell. Blow up Cabal Coffers. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. I mean, I guess we can start gaining life with the Soulfire Grandmaster. That's not a ridiculous plan. No, Nelson loved that set. I don't entirely see it myself, but I mean, who am I to tell? Yeah, for draft. He loved that set for draft. Who am I to try to tell Nelson what his favorite anything is? So exactly. You do you, etc., etc. Man, this stream has been awesome. My viewership has been like double what it usually is. Thanks for the support, everyone. Much appreciated. Recurring Nightmare. I mean, this might be my favorite card. I think the art is sweet. It's really good at killing your opponent. Custody Lich. I mean, I'm about ready to concede. I don't know about anyone else, but we are in big trouble. Big trouble. Yeah, we are sacrificing the old Spellseeker. Getting whomped once more by Phyrexian Obliterator. It's a common theme in the cards I'm drawing in that they are not removal spells for Phyrexian Obliterator. I could take the Monarchy and draw a card, or I could hit Liliana for 2. I think I'm going to hit Liliana for 2. I can't ever block this and stop them from getting the Monarchy, so... Oh, sick, Teguk. That's awesome. Decimosis, thanks for the follow. Yeah, we are in some serious trouble here. That is true, the Tunneling Cat. There are... Our opponent has many good options, and we have seemingly few good options, I would say. I'm just going to pack this one in. I think we are not winning.